Ever wonder what makes an inclusive learning environment and why it's so crucial in today's diverse classrooms? An inclusive learning environment is a space where all students, regardless of their backgrounds or abilities, feel valued, respected, and equally capable of learning. It's a place where differences are not just tolerated but celebrated. It's a classroom that adapts to the needs of every student, allowing them to thrive and reach their full potential. In today's multicultural, multi-ability world, it's more important than ever to ensure our classrooms are inclusive. They help students develop understanding, empathy, and respect for those who are different from them, fostering a more harmonious society. Inclusive learning environments are key to empowering every student, navigating diversity, and creating a supportive learning atmosphere. Intrigued? Well, you should be. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the fascinating world of inclusive learning environments. An inclusive learning environment isn't just a buzzword, it's a fundamental aspect of quality education. So, what does this really mean? Essentially, an inclusive learning environment is a place where all students, regardless of their diverse backgrounds, abilities, or learning styles, are welcomed, respected, supported, and valued. It's an environment where everyone has an equal opportunity to participate, contribute, and succeed. Inclusive learning is not about treating everyone the same. It's about acknowledging and celebrating our differences and using them as a strength. It's about creating a safe space where learners can feel comfortable to express their thoughts and ideas, make mistakes, ask questions, and learn from each other. It's about making sure that each student feels seen, heard, and understood. But what makes a learning environment truly inclusive? It's a combination of various elements. It starts with the educator's attitudes and beliefs. Educators need to have an open mind, a positive attitude towards diversity, and a strong commitment to equity and inclusivity. They need to believe in every student's potential and ability to learn, and they need to foster a culture of respect, empathy, and acceptance. Next, it's about the curriculum. An inclusive curriculum is one that is flexible, adaptable, and responsive to the needs of diverse learners. It's a curriculum that values multiple perspectives, encourages critical thinking, and promotes social justice. Another important element is the teaching strategies. Inclusive teaching strategies are those that cater to different learning styles, engage all students, promote active participation, and facilitate collaborative learning. They are strategies that challenge stereotypes, promote critical thinking, and foster a culture of respect and acceptance. Furthermore, it's about the physical environment. The learning environment should be accessible, comfortable, and conducive to learning. It should encourage interaction, collaboration, and active learning. And finally, it's about the support services and resources. Schools need to provide adequate support and resources to meet the diverse needs of their students, including academic support, counseling services, and assistive technology. An inclusive learning environment is one that values diversity and fosters a sense of belonging for every student. It's a place where every learner can thrive. Creating an inclusive learning environment goes beyond just having diverse students in a classroom. An inclusive learning environment is a rich tapestry, woven with threads of multiple factors. One of these factors is respect for diversity. It's not enough for a classroom to merely have students of different backgrounds and experiences. It is crucial that these differences are respected and celebrated. This means acknowledging and appreciating the unique perspectives and experiences each student brings to the table. It means fostering a culture of mutual respect where every student feels safe to express their thoughts and ideas without fear of being judged or marginalized. Inclusive teaching strategies are another vital component of this environment. These strategies aim to ensure that all students, regardless of their backgrounds or learning styles, have equal opportunities to succeed. This could involve using a variety of teaching methods to cater to different learning styles, providing resources in multiple formats, or creating assignments that allow students to demonstrate their understanding in different ways. The goal of these strategies is to meet each student where they are and provide them with the tools they need to thrive. Supportive policies are the third piece of the puzzle. These are the rules and regulations that promote inclusivity and protect students from discrimination. These policies could include anti-bullying measures, accommodations for students with disabilities, or procedures for addressing bias and discrimination. But it's not just about having these policies in place. It's about ensuring they're implemented effectively and that every student knows their rights and how to exercise them. But perhaps the most important element that makes an inclusive learning environment is the commitment of the educators and the school leadership. Without their dedication to promoting inclusivity, all these elements would fall flat. They are the ones who set the tone, model respect for diversity, implement inclusive strategies, and uphold supportive policies. An inclusive learning environment is one where every student feels valued, respected, and supported in their learning journey. It's a place where differences are celebrated rather than feared, where every student has an equal shot at success, and where everyone is empowered to learn and grow. Let's examine a real-life example of how an inclusive learning environment can be created and the transformative impact it can have. We turn our attention to the bustling city of New York, where a public school, fondly known as the Haven, has been making waves with its innovative approach to inclusive education. Nestled amongst towering skyscrapers, the Haven is an oasis of learning where every student feels seen, heard, and valued. The school's journey to inclusivity wasn't a walk in the park. It took a commitment to change, a willingness to learn, and the courage to challenge the status quo. The first step they took was to initiate dialogue. They held numerous workshops and discussion sessions involving teachers, parents, and even students. They listened to the experiences, concerns, and suggestions from all corners of their community. This open communication fostered a sense of belonging and helped to identify areas that needed improvement. Next, they invested in teacher training. They recognized that teachers are the heart of an inclusive classroom. So, they provided them with the tools and knowledge to cater to diverse learning needs. This ranged from understanding different learning styles and disabilities to mastering techniques for differentiation and conflict resolution. The Haven understood that a well-equipped teacher is a catalyst for an inclusive learning environment. They also focused on curriculum modification. The Haven strived to ensure that their curriculum was inclusive and representative of their diverse student body. They incorporated materials and resources that reflected diverse cultures, experiences, and perspectives. They integrated lessons on empathy, respect, and acceptance into daily teachings, fostering a culture of understanding and acceptance. Moreover, they reimagined the physical environment of the classrooms. Instead of traditional rows of desks, they designed flexible seating arrangements to encourage collaboration and adapt to different learning needs. They incorporated assistive technologies to support students with disabilities, ensuring that every child had the tools they needed to succeed. But what were the outcomes of this effort? To put it simply, they were transformative. Academic performance improved across the board as students felt more engaged and supported in their learning. The sense of community within the school strengthened as students learned to appreciate and respect their peers' unique experiences and perspectives. Bullying rates dropped while empathy and understanding soared. The Haven became a beacon of hope, not just for the students, but for the entire community. The Haven's journey to inclusivity illustrates the power of commitment, dialogue, and action. It shows that inclusivity isn't a box to be checked off, but a culture to be nurtured. It serves as a testament to the fact that when every child is given the opportunity to learn in an environment that respects and values their uniqueness, they thrive. This case study illustrates the power of inclusive learning environments in promoting academic success and social development for all students. Scene script. Ready to create an inclusive learning environment in your own classroom? Here are some practical strategies to get you started. First, let's talk about incorporating diverse teaching materials. Lesson plans should be infused with examples that represent a wide array of experiences, cultures, and perspectives. This means diversifying the voices and narratives in your teaching resources, from textbooks to videos to guest speakers. By doing so, you are essentially telling your students, your experiences and identities are valued and important in this learning space. Next, consider promoting open discussions about diversity. This takes the classroom beyond mere tolerance of differences and moves towards celebrating and understanding them. Encourage respectful dialogue about race, religion, gender, and other identity markers. Remember, conversation can be a powerful tool for breaking down barriers and dispelling stereotypes. It's essential to foster a safe and respectful environment where these discussions can take place. Furthermore, implementing inclusive policies is key. This involves setting clear expectations for respectful behavior and zero tolerance for discrimination. Outline these policies explicitly at the start of the course and ensure they are consistently enforced. Also, Consider incorporating accessibility accommodations to meet the varied learning needs of your students. This could include providing lecture materials in different formats or allowing for alternative assessment methods. Another strategy is to foster an environment of mutual respect and empathy. This goes beyond mere rules and regulations. It's about creating a culture where every student feels seen, heard, and valued. Encourage students to step into each other's shoes, to understand different perspectives and experiences. This empathy building can be facilitated through group projects, role-playing exercises, and reflective writing assignments. In addition, remember to provide opportunities for student voice and choice. This means giving students some autonomy in their learning process, allowing them to choose topics of interest or the format in which they want to present their work. This not only boosts engagement but also ensures that students feel ownership of their learning. Lastly, consider the physical layout of your classroom. Is it welcoming and accessible to all students? Consider flexible seating arrangements that allow for collaboration and ensure that any classroom technology is easily accessible to all students. In conclusion, creating an inclusive learning environment is a continuous process. It requires self-reflection, open-mindedness, and a willingness to adapt and learn. It's about recognizing and valuing the diversity that each student brings to the classroom and leveraging that diversity as a strength. Always remember, it's not about making everything perfect from day one. It's about making a commitment to inclusivity and taking steps, however small, towards that goal every day. Inclusive learning environments don't happen by chance. They require intentional effort and commitment from educators and school leaders. Inclusive learning environments are not just beneficial, they're essential in our diverse society. We've delved deep into what an inclusive learning environment is and how it fosters a sense of belonging among students. We've unearthed the characteristics that make an environment inclusive and supportive, such as respect for diversity, collaboration, and adaptability. We've even journeyed through a case study, illustrating the practical steps to create such an environment. The creation of an inclusive learning environment is not a one-time event, but a continuous process of learning, adapting, and improving. It requires a commitment to understanding and valuing each student's unique identity and learning needs. It involves creating a space where every student feels safe, supported, and inspired to learn. As we wrap up, let's not forget the purpose of our exploration. Remember, every student deserves to learn in an environment that values their unique identity and supports their growth. That's the power of inclusive learning environments.